everybody, today I'm going to be talking about the lip glasses from the Alluring Aquatics collection. Lots and lots of shiny prettiness. Let's talk about the packaging before we start talking about the shades. All of the packaging is slightly different from the rest of the collection. All the collection features a teal metallic packaging, special edition packaging with the water droplets, kind of like a mist, like it's been moist, like it's been wet, on it. Now these lip glasses are slightly different in that they just kind of look like condensation. They don't have those big giant water droplets. They're just a little bit of that texture. If you're wondering what it feels like, it kind of feels like you ever try the polish Liquid Sand by OPI or Pixie Dust by Zoya. It's similar to that. It has like that sandy gritty texture, but it's not too annoying, and it actually helps you grip it and helps camouflage any fingerprints you may have on it. So I have 5 glosses, and these kind of correspond with the lipsticks. So I'm going to pair them. I already did the lipstick swatches on my hand, so I'm going to show you bare swatches of the glosses on the hand over the lipsticks, and then of course picture swatches of these on the lips so you can see what they look like, because lips are differently pigmented than hands. So let's start with the first shade. Let's start with Clearwater, and Clearwater is one of my favorites. It's a clear, almost clear base with very sparkly, shimmery, there's like pink shimmer in there. It's reflective pink actually, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous on the lips. It's very dimensional. You can put this over any shade, but if you're keeping with the very sheer look, put it over Siren Song to continue that sheer look. And here's it by its own. It's very, very sparkly, very pretty. But again, you can see it over the Siren Song, which is a sheer color as is. It adds dimension, but on its own, it's really going to make your lips just look a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more shimmery. It kind of reminds me of like when you look at the ocean and it kind of looks like it's got diamonds in it or whatever. Diamonds is stupid. I feel like Rihanna now. Shine bright like a diamond. No, it's like when you go to the beach and you just see a lake and you just see the reflection of the water, the waves crashing, and that white reflection you get. That's what it reminds me. And Clearwater is the name of it, and it just matches so well. Whoever was the art director on that really did a great job. And the next shade we're going to look at is going to be Water Deities, and Water Deities goes fantastic over Pet Me Please. Now Water Deities is a little bit of a frosty, mauve pink shade, very similar to Pet Me Please, and this is very opaque. You don't even need to really wear it over anything, but over Pet Me Please, it just, let me get a little more, adds a little bit of dimension. It adds just a little bit more dimension, makes it a little bit more glossy, but it's very, very frosty, high frost. The next one is Peachstock, and Peachstock, I believe there's a Peachstock lipstick. I believe it's part of the permanent collection. Not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to double check that, but I'm like, part of me says that I'm pretty right. And this one goes really well over Enchanted One. I think the shade is called, I have to double check. Yes, an Enchanted One is a matte shade. So if you want to glossify your matte shade a little bit, you can. That's in its own, and I have some comments about it on its own, but let me first swatch it over Enchanted One. So it adds a little bit of that gloss there, and again, you could put this over any shade. Now, Peachstock had a little bit of problems. It was very, very milky, and it doesn't look like it's milky in the tube, and I have a few nude glosses, and I don't have this problem with it, but with this one, it started settling into the fine lines of the lips. It started separating. Like, some of my lips were clear, and then inside the little creases on my lips, it was just, it looked like all the pigment had settled in there. Very, very, very unflattering. I don't know why that happened. So this you're going to have to wear over a liner or over a lipstick. This is great over What Comes Naturally. This is great over Enchanted One. You could probably put it over Siren Song. You know, you can put it over different ones. I don't think it would go too well over the other ones because it's so pigmented and you might have it settle. It might look weird. And then the next shade we're going to look at is called, the next one is Seducing Sound, and I feel like this one would go great over Mystical, only because Mystical has that bricky reddish color to it, and this shade is a little bit of a brownish, frosty color, and it's really going to help bring out the brown in it. Here's it on its own. Again, this is one of those shades you can wear on its own. It's pigmented enough, and it performed well enough that you really wouldn't need it layered over something. You could also wear this over Enchanted One too, to add a little bit of frost to it. So they work well together on both shades. Also over Half Red, which is the pencil that came in the collection. Last but not least, we have Modern Lure, and this one is gorgeous too. It's a deep purple with the pink shimmer in it too. It's kind of similar to Clearwater, but this pink is a lot more apparent. I'm wearing it over the Cream Sheen Goddess of the Sea. Yes. Yes, Goddess of the Sea. I just want to make sure. So, as you can see, very, very pigmented, very, very deep. This is it on its own. It is very pigmented, however, this one also had the same problems as Peachstock. It settled into the fine lines of the lips, and it started to bleed slightly. As you can see, it goes well with Goddess of the Sea. On its own, it's fine. But if you're going to wear it on its own, make sure you prime your lips. Make sure you put a liner underneath. Put something on your lips to make sure that it's not going to fall into the fine lines of your lips. Just letting you guys know. Anyway, I hope you find these swatches helpful. I'm going to include a picture of all this that I just did as well. It's a little messy, but I'm also going to include the picture of the lip glasses on the lips, so you can see what they look like over lips that are pigmented. A lot of them on the lips by themselves look very similar, but it's those subtle differences of frost, shimmer, the creamy of the Peachstock that really set them apart. Anyway, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and enjoy the picture swatches. I'm Recycled Stardust. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.